Scott Disick reveals truth in marrying Kourtney Kardashian after failed attempts. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian's love story has been one of the most talked about relationships on reality television. Even though they are no longer a couple today, their history together is deep, emotional, and full of unforgettable moments. From meeting at a party in 2006 to raising 3 children together, their journey has seen many ups and downs. And now, years later, Scott has opened up once again about how he feels. In a recent preview for an upcoming episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Scott shared something that surprised many fans. He told Kim Kardashian that he is still in love with Kourtney and even said that he would marry her right now if she agreed. His words were honest and emotional as he said he has always stood by Kourtney and would continue to do so. He admitted that he loved her deeply and was ready to commit fully. Scott went on to say that Kourtney knows they will end up getting married one day and that their future together would be a happy one. Hearing Scott express this made Kris Jenner step in. She half-jokingly encouraged Scott to go ahead and propose, especially since the two already share 3 beautiful children, Mason, Penelope, and Reign. She felt that asking Kourtney to marry him would mean a lot to her and possibly open the door to a fresh start. Although Kourtney did not completely reject the idea, she made it clear that Scott needed to work on himself. She seemed open to the possibility but also firm in her expectations. Still, despite all the emotions and loving words, fans shouldn't get their hopes up just yet. At the time of this emotional preview, both Scott and Kourtney were dating other people. Scott was in a relationship with Amelia Hamlin, and Kourtney was seeing Travis Barker. Their relationships appeared serious. Both Scott and Kourtney had shared photos with their respective partners on social media, showing that they were enjoying their new lives. In fact, Amelia had even spent time with Scott's kids, showing that things between them were more than just casual dating. Scott and Kourtney's story goes way back to 2006. That was the year they met for the first time at a party in Mexico. The party was hosted by Joe Francis, a friend they both knew. That night would mark the beginning of a long and complicated relationship. Interestingly, Kourtney didn't like Scott at first. On an episode of her show, she once mentioned thinking that Scott was annoying when they first met. But it didn't take long for things to change between them. Soon after their first meeting, Scott appeared on the first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians as Kourtney's boyfriend. She shared that they had been friends for about a year before they started dating. Their relationship became a regular part of the show, with fans getting to see the highs and lows in real time. In one unforgettable episode, Scott asked Kourtney if she wanted to marry him while they were in Las Vegas. Kourtney agreed at first, and the whole family even went to check out the Little White Chapel. But in the end, they both felt it was too soon and decided not to go through with it. Their love story continued with its share of troubles. In the second season of the show, Kourtney discovered messages from another woman on Scott's phone while she was in the Hamptons. She believed he was being unfaithful and ended the relationship. Still, that wasn't the end for them. They got back together in 2009 while in Miami. On an episode of Kourtney and Kim Take Miami, fans saw them reconnecting at a party. Shortly after, Kourtney found out she was pregnant. She had missed her birth control pills, which led to their first child being conceived. Their first son, Mason Disick, was born on December 14, 2009. He arrived earlier than expected, weighing 7 pounds and 6 ounces. That special moment was shared with fans on their show. In fact, Kourtney even helped deliver Mason herself during childbirth. It was a moment that many fans still remember vividly. Becoming parents was a big change for both of them, and for a while, it seemed like things were looking up. However, not long after Mason's birth, their relationship began to face more difficulties. Scott's struggles with substance use began to hurt their relationship deeply. On one occasion, after a night of drinking, Scott became angry and punched a mirror. This led Kourtney to break up with him again. But just like before, they found their way back to each other. Their second child, Penelope, was born in 2012, and their third child, Reign, came along in 2014. With 3 kids, their bond as parents was stronger than ever. They tried their best to create a stable environment for the children. But unfortunately, Scott's behavior and personal challenges continued to create tension. Over time, it became clear that they could not continue as a couple, and they finally separated for good in 2015. Even after their final breakup, Scott and Kourtney remained connected because of their children. They made efforts to co-parent peacefully, spending holidays and special events together as a family. Despite their personal differences, they always tried to put their children first. They wanted to create a life where Mason, Penelope, and Rain would feel loved by both parents, even if they were no longer together. After their split, both Scott and Kourtney moved on to other relationships. Scott dated Sofia Richie, the daughter of music icon Lionel Richie, from 2017 to 2020. Their relationship was often discussed in the media, especially because of the age difference between the two. Even though Scott and Sofia were together for a few years, their relationship ended, reportedly due to his continued closeness with Kourtney. Meanwhile, Kourtney began dating Travis Barker, the drummer of Blink-182. Their relationship gained a lot of attention quickly. Kourtney and Travis were seen together in public often, holding hands, going on vacations, and posting affectionate pictures on social media. Their romance grew strong, and in May 2022, they officially tied the knot. This marked a new chapter in Kourtney's life, one that seemed full of happiness and stability. Through it all, Scott continued to be part of the Kardashian family's life. He appeared on family events, joined them on trips, and remained a key part of the children's lives. Even though it was sometimes awkward being around Kourtney and her new husband, Scott tried his best to keep things respectful. He once said that his priority was his children and that he would do anything to make sure they were happy and taken care of. Despite everything, Scott's recent statement about being ready to marry Kourtney shows that he still has deep feelings for her. It's a reminder that even though years have passed, and they've both moved on in different ways, there's still a part of Scott that hasn't let go. His openness in front of the camera made fans feel emotional, as they remembered the many moments Scott and Kourtney shared throughout the years. Their love story, though full of challenges, remains one of the most followed stories in the world of reality television. From young lovers to co-parents, Scott and Kourtney have been through a lot together. They've faced heartbreak, joy, anger, and even healing, all in front of the world. While a future marriage between them might be unlikely now, especially with Kourtney happily married, the love and respect between them still remains. Fans who have followed their journey from the start understand the deep connection they once had. Whether it was their playful moments, the times they supported each other, or the way they brought their kids into the world, Scott and Kourtney's story has touched many hearts. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.